Okay, so we're having a look at arithmetic series. So the whole aim here is to understand and be able to work with arithmetic series and sequences, including the formulae for nth term and sum to n terms. So first we're looking at is how we sum up a series. So an arithmetic series up to the nth term looks like this. So the first term is a. The next one is a plus d, because remember d is our difference, then a plus 2d, so on until we get onto a plus n minus 1 lots of d. Okay. So the sum is adding all of those up, okay, all of those individual terms. And we're going to try and generate a sequence there. So tidying those up, we're going to have n a's there. So in each of these, there is an a added on. So we have an n of those. Then we've got 1d plus 2d plus 3d, all the way up to n minus 1 lots of d. Okay. So we can also write this as na plus n minus 1d plus n minus 2d, all the way down to 2d plus d. So we've just rearranged this section here, just to put it the other way around. And if we add together this sum to n plus this one, we get two lots of sum to n. So two lots of na, so that, plus n minus 1d plus d is going to be nd. N minus 2d plus 2d is nd, and so on, and they're all nd. Okay. And how many of those have we got? Well, we've got n minus 1, because we don't have the first term, so we have the other n. So we now have 2na plus n minus 1 lots of nd. Now, because we had two lots of Sn, if we divide that by 2, we get half n lots of this. Sorry, half lots of that, and then we're taking out the n outside the bracket. Okay. This is going to be our formula for working out the sum of an arithmetic series. So please make a note of that, make it nice and clear. You don't necessarily need to know the whole proof up until then, at least not to begin with, but we do need to know that formula. Now, we can also write this formula as a half n a plus l, okay, because a plus n minus 1d is the last term in the series, and that might be an easier way for us to remember it. Right, write down the example in your orange book, then find the sum of the first 20 terms in the sequence, -5, -2, 1, 4, and 7, and so on. Okay. We're going to use our formula. So we're going to write down the formula at the beginning. So Sn is a half n 2a plus n minus 1 times by the difference. Okay. N here, we've been told we've got 20 terms we're looking at. So n is 20. A is our first term. So a is -5, and our difference, well, here we're adding on 3, and so on. So difference is 3. Substitute that into our formula. A half of 20, two lots of a, so -10, plus n, which is 20, minus 1 is 19. So 19 times by the difference, which is 3. Tidy this up again. So a half of 20 is 10. So we've got 10 lots of -10 plus 19 times by 3 is 57. So we've got 10 lots of 47, which is 470. Okay. So all we're really doing is remembering the formula up here in the top right, and then just using it, substituting those terms in and evaluating. So in your blue book then, can you write the heading practice and write out the question, have a go at it. Pause the video, give it a go, and then press play when you're ready for the answer. Okay, so n again is 20. We're adding on 5 each time this time, so our difference is 5, and a is +3. Make sure we have written out our formula. That way we get those method marks for attempting to use the formula, even if maybe we make a mistake with our first term or something like that. Okay, then we substitute. So half of 20 lots of 2 lots of 3 plus 19 lots of 5. Actually, let's put that in brackets. Keep it nice consistent. Half of 20 is 10. 2 lots of 3 is 6. 19 times by 5 is going to be 95. 6 plus 95 gives us 101. 10 times 101 is 1010. And there we go. Okay, so all we're doing is using that formula, working out what N, A, and D are, and then substituting and evaluating.